Good morning, esteemed community members, educators, parents, and youth. In the midst of modern life's hustle and bustle, do we see cracks in the moral foundation of our younger generation? Do we often hear about identity crisis, a lack of empathy, or even increasing immoral acts? These questions might make us ponder, but the answer may lie in deepest roots of our beliefs. Moral formations in the younger generation is a crucial issue that affects all levels of society. Understanding how a theological approach can address these challenges is an important step toward a better future for us. Today, I want to pursue you that although moral education is often considered a responsibility shared by many, a theological approach is essential for instilling strong and lasting moral values in our youth. Let's begin by examining the limitations of secular moral approaches. Often, these approaches focus on social rules and legal consequences, but lack a transcendent foundation for morality. According to Dr. Emily Wilson from the Journal of Character Education, when moral education is devoid of spiritual grounding, moral values can become relative and easily changeable. Such as approach can lead to a lack of internal motivation to act ethically and can struggle to address complex moral dilemmas. Professor David Millers also highlights that many young people raised without theological moral guidance feel an internal empathy and lack purpose in their lives. Without a higher spiritual foundation, their moral compass can become unstable. Now, having understood these limitations, let's explore how a theological approach often a deeper and more enduring solution. Moral values rooted in theological teachings carry transcendent authority. They do not depend on human opinion or social norm that change over time. In her 2023 book Divine Ethics, Dr. Anya Sharma explains that theological ethics define right or wrong based on divine will. Absolute spiritual principle that stay constant, providing stability and clarity. Dr. Liam O'Connell from Theology Today in 2024 emphasized that spiritual awareness encompasses action beyond personal or societal interests, such as unconditional love and self-sacrifice, which are central to many theological traditions. These qualities contribute to moral characters that is resilient and universally applicable. So, how can we practically embed this theological principle into the moral development of our youth? First, we should encourage theological values education both at home and within education institution. Dr. Sarah Chen and Dr. Robert Kim in their 2021 article note that bridging the gap between religions, teachings, and daily moral practices is a challenge, but it is essential. Every individual, family, and community should strive to be moral role models consistent with theological values. Second, we need to provide resources such as religions book, curricula, and spiritual guidance programs that support moral discussions rooted in theology. Participating in theological eh, Participating in religions activities and change understanding of theological moral teaching, as Chen and Kim suggest, and creating safe space for discussing moral and spiritual issues can reduce confusion and stress, especially for youth facing moral dilemmas, as highlighted by Dr. Lee from the Journal of Youth Ministry. Finally, is it vital for each of us to educate ourselves and others, recognize the symptom of moral decline that can be addressed through a theological approach, and be aware of how different moral value connect to largest theological principle. By doing so, we can contribute to building a moral upright and spiritual grounded youngest generation. In conclusion, today I have shown that secular moral approaches are alone insufficient to develop a truly strong moral character. Instead, theological principles provide a transcendental and stable foundation for universal moral values. Let let us all take activities role within our families, communities, and institutions, in instilling noble values rooted in the theological wisdom, building moral awareness in an investment for the future. Together, we can nurture a generation of individuals of integrity, empathy, and goodness, individuals who can truly bring positive challenge to our world. Thank you.